Whew. Wow. I'm truly honored to be here again, and it takes my breath away, actually. But actually, to be honest with you, my wonderful wife, Suba, if she could just stand up, she's over there. Oh, there she is. She's over here. She was actually the one who, of course, I married, but before that, she was the one who was chosen by her community to start that very first daycare center that built. And she saved hundreds of lives of women and children. So really, this award actually should go to her. So I'd really give her a hand, actually. Thank you. You know, World of Children seriously has been absolutely phenomenal for me. They've taught me so much. They've taught me how to fundraise. They've taught me how to network. They've taught me, you know, how to actually get goods in kind. They've just actually given me 60 laptops and tablets to take back to Nepal with me, so I don't know how I'm going to smuggle that through customs, but anyway. Really, the power of working together, what I've received is something very motivating. And, you know, to create maximum impact, I believe you need measurable, you know, accounts of the work you do. And you can do that on micro level and you can do that on macro level. Now, the latter we've done with the government. You know, it took 17 years after the first daycare health center, but they've done it. And then instead of just, you know, helping 1,000 children, having built, you know, 40 daycare health centers, now the government has finally, 6 years ago, taken this on board and covered it after years and years of advocacy. And now not thousands, but 2 million children are being covered by the government in schools. And that has measurable impact. But you know, replicating models also happens at a micro scale. I want to tell you a quick story about a girl that we rescued. And she came in to us in 2002. She was sexually abused, she was trafficked for years. And to give you the impact of this, it's quite scary. Can you imagine a young girl of 12 years old being trafficked cross-border to India? She's sold to an A-class brothel where she's high value because she's a virgin. Can you imagine that? And then she's sexed over once a day, and that's actually good, okay? And she does that for 2-3 years, and then she's getting older. So then she's sold to a B-class brothel. And then she gets sexed over about 3-4 times a day. And that happens for another 3 years. And then she gets totally valueless, and she goes to a C-class brothel where it gets very rough and tough. And that's where no more condoms are used, and she contracts STD diseases, and then she's chucked out. And she's totally lost everything. Anisha came through our program. She's trained. And, you know, for 3 years, she went through a rehabilitation, became the first electrician in Nepal as a woman. And then she worked through an INGO that we put her in contact with. She had a great job for 3 years. And she came back to me and she knocked on my door and she said, you know, Douglas, I want to do what you're doing, but I want to do something for those who where I once was. And I want to rescue girls. I said, okay, let's set something up for you. So we set up a safe home for her. We fundraised for her. And then she had this beautiful long hair. And she chopped it off. And she disguised herself like a man, put padding in her, put a hoodie on. And we started doing really dangerous undercover work. And we found all these girls in these entertainment restaurants. And we organized 9 motorcycles, there's 9 girls in there. And we waited for the mama-san. We'd already tipped off the girls when we'd come. And waited for the mama-san to go on a break. And we got these girls on the back of the bikes, and we went around town for 45 minutes, and so that we weren't, you know, followed. And we got these girls in their safe homes. And now she's done 540 Saving Lives appearances for 10 years. And you know the most important thing of all is that she was a child and she's doing the world of children, through children, changing lives. And that is very powerful. And, you know, finally, because I can go on for hours to tell you, but finally, I hope this inspires you. Because, you know, we all have dreams, and you all are the change makers as well. And that is inside all of us. A Buddhist monk who I lived with when I first went to Nepal, he said to me, Douglas, you know, and in Nepali he says, Hami nanga aunsa, hami nangi jansu, which means we arrive on this world as babies and we're naked. And we leave when we die naked. We can't take anything with us. So while we're here, Douglas, I want you to understand that you have to get fulfillment. But you can only do that if you give. And the more you give, the more you get back. And that is the essence why you're all here today as well. But that was so long-lasting in my mind because that was my purpose. He says the fulfillment is your purpose in life. And World of Children has given me this purpose. And maybe I can give them one tip, one thing back today. And I suppose I'm going to have to put my Scottish accent back on because it only comes across when I do that. Because I'm half Scottish and I'm half Dutch. So you could not get a worse catastrophic combination of, you know, anti-generosity. And so, the thing here is when I learned to fundraise in Hong Kong, when you go to a donor and you ask the first-time potential donor for money, you get advice, and it's very frustrating. And when you ask a donor for advice, you get money. So today, may I ask the World of Children friends here to ask you a lot of advice. I would like to now actually, hand you over to the auctioneer. But it's very important. Thank you for your generosity, World of Children. It's allowed me to do what I'm doing today. They have been absolutely amazing. It is about love. And I can tell you one thing, it's about having fun. If you don't have fun what you do, then don't do it. And so, also make your dream come true. Become that inside you. Take it out. Have a great time tonight. Thank you.